that you're allowing an Alchemist to actually free farm himself up here on the top lane. But as far as dying, Necklace is one of those heroes that later on in the game, he'll just get himself up there, he'll stick inside the battles, he'll find himself an opening at one point where he can just basically stay on top of the stay on top of the lane and give him 5 minutes and he'll get himself back up to where he needs to be. But that also has to come from the experience here of Ryze. If Ryze actually knows how to get those last hits and does it at a decent rate as well. Oh, I'm waiting for this mid arrow just to pop off from Angel, so I keep on popping back towards the middle lane. I just know the second that CyberGamer gets arrowed, oh, what a razor! Leaves actually the wrong way. Magic Missile goes off. This will be first blood here in the middle lane. Angel running up the high ground. He's not going to get close enough. There's a Ghoul following him at the moment. 38 HP, and he will be able to escape. Will the roar be enough? Look for it to come. It will do some damage. VS is trying to get enough mana back for it. There goes the roar. Does do a little bit of damage. 19 HP was enough for Angel to survive. In fact, even drops down a Starfall to take care of that Ghoul that came in close. The tower done the rest of it, but does manage to retreat out. And that was one hell of a close to first blood. SF just put out those perfect razors, and I don't think Potter meant to leap up that high. He meant to leave a little bit more to the left, where you actually get yourself into safety. But VS follows up with the Magic Missile, and it's all looking pretty good after that point. Should point the fact that Enigma has used every single Clarity Potion he's got, and he's just popping off that Soul Ring now, which he's managed to farm up. So we'll check out his CS score in just a moment too. But Pudge up with Boots and Ring of Health. Mania has got to play a key part in this game. To actually put a hero down there, you know that you're just basically saying, this hero is going to be the one that changes our game. He's the one we babysit. He's the one we invest in. Now Miguel trying to come up, just pushing the Enigma back a little bit further. That's all he's going to get now, trying to farm up the conversions. Frost's supposed to help with that one, but they all just split themselves up, so it doesn't help at all. In fact, CM is going to lose a lot of HP here. Luckily for him, though, the conversions were out of time. Bouncing Sun just see the ends of it in that middle lane, so Misery will be quite happy to push up a little bit closer now, knowing that he can't get stunned and then the arrow following behind. Enigma being pushed back right now, CM harassing him off, and Enigma just stealing the Ogres to create his own conversions. So I thought he would actually do, set himself up inside the Sentinel neutrals. There's VS just hanging around in the neighborhood trying to support out. Top lane, Lich back on that pull. Manages to get the Centaurs up again. Enigma coming back down and has a bit of crack here at CM. Got to be careful. Pudge will now go for the hook. Doesn't actually get VS. It's not what he wanted. Enigma Black Hole right on top is holding CM in place. And they do get the first blood. It goes to Demon. The Pudge is on the back of Enigma, but he's losing a lot of health doing this one. Puts the bite on. Does manage to actually bring down, and well done to Miguel actually killing himself. Does manage to actually bring down Demon. The roar from Mania would have actually killed him, but that is first blood on the bottom lane. And Miguel lagged just as we go for the saving. That could have ended differently. That's probably why the hook didn't actually land. You have a little bit of spike. Hero moves. It's like, oh, that hook was so on. But yeah, just didn't come off with a good. So big shout there to Velato. I think is actually watching here. As I say that, I miss a kill. Well done. Velar's going to be pissed off at that one. It's like Misery walks away with Perk's life. The shout out actually costs a kill to actually see it. That is 1 to 3 right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Pudge, what a hook! What a time to come back into the middle lane. Misery's there, the arrow follows it up, and there you go, boys and girls. Miguel manages to get a hook off there. That's why we like to see Pudge played in the middle lane. He's able to get those hooks off on those perfect ranges, and all you need is one ward up there on the top, and that is it. And it's just sitting there at the moment by Blaz, just there going, you know what? I'm here, I'm watching, I can get that hook off there. And Potom following it up with the arrow. They probably could have got away with it anyway, but it's going to be good. CM puts the Frost on there and VS trying to stop that vision. Now Wish Doctor going to come back in again. If he got his stun off from the back of Enigma and VS just then, it could have actually ended up quite nicely. And looks like Pudge will rejoin that bottom lane up. Looks like he's trying to complete up that Hood of Defiance as fast as he possibly can. Ring of Health on top of him. Wants to negate that magic damage that comes out from SF, as well as have that normal regen on him. Conversion's having a bit of a look around. They do have a lot of life left on them, so they'll just harass the touchdown, just splitting them up to make sure he can't actually get those last hit off. Necrolite, how's he going up there on the top lane? Alchemist up to level 8, Boots on top of him, going Insta-Radiance. So going Insta-Radiance. And so Alchemist will be coming down there. And Power XL, do you really think I should tell Miguel to do anything? So there goes the lag off. Alchemist is still hanging around, so Necrolite actually quite happy to farm a little bit close to the tower. Oh, Alchemist is coming a little bit close to get done by the Death Pulse there for a second, and pops into Chemical Rage, so he takes almost no damage from that whatsoever. VS running around on the back of an Invis rune in the middle. Miguel waiting for the right time to pull, and the hook just flies himself out. It wasn't a blind hook, but if he managed to actually grab VS, it was now in exactly the same position as that hook came through. Arrow flies through, and wow, they almost like trot over each other as they're trying to avoid that long-range arrow from Angel. Knowing Miguel's hanging around as well, his hook will almost be off cooldown. Ready to fight again. Wish Doctor pushing the Enigma back there on the bottom lane while CM is farming up on the bottom. Obviously, you still got to get CM up on the levels. I know this too. Support heroes should never, ever fall that far behind on the levels, or else they'll just be ganked non-stop. And the second SF comes up, one razor, one normal hit, and that'll be it. That'll be the end of it.
A player's forces are under attack.
So back in towards that middle lane. Potom is still just free farming it up. Wants to get that Yasha up as fast as he possibly can. Alchemist looks like he wants to try and push this tier 1 tower. Support is there. CM is TP'd up there. VS is actually on the wrong side of the river. And the Frostbite will actually come off. Mania will be in a bit of trouble. Pudge. Look for the hook. Will even need the hook. The Malik should actually do the rest of it. Just continue the damage. Yes, he will pop off. The healing slab was there, but Miguel takes the last hit, throwing out the hook, making sure Mania does die. Didn't want to leave anything to chance right now. SF decided to push out that bottom lane while that was happening. Enigma has now gone past the creep wave. They're going to need support down there, but unfortunately everyone's TPs are probably going to be on cooldown. Magic's actually being brought up right now. In fact, not a single person here for the Sentinel side has a TP on top of them. So this tier 1 tower will actually go down by the hands of the Scourge and should be last hitted. Considering how many conversions are hitting that thing right now. Oh no! Oh, the ghoul actually gets the last hit. Wow, that's a bit of a blunder. With the amount of damage that was actually going through, that really should have turned out a different way. But now we will see the top tower being pushed out here, so Pudge moving himself to the front lines. I'm going to stop Lich and any other creep wave from actually stopping them from getting that tier 1 tower on the top. We'll have a save game 2 after this tier 1 tower goes down. Glint pops off. Will there be TP? There's 1. There's 2. Will they initiate? Tower's not down. Enigma's there. Pudge brings in the chemical raged Alchemist. Not exactly who he wants right next to him. Magic Missile comes out from the backside. Lich lets off the ulti as Wish Doctor managed to split fast enough that didn't do the damage. Synderon's gone off on the right-hand side, trying to actually avoid off any damage right now. Pudge goes in for the bite. Does get it on top of Malik, but does actually lose his own life at the moment. I think still moving around. Alchemist attacking from the side. Potom doing every he can. It's just split this entire battle right now. Alchemist is still in the side, managing to bring down Wish Doctor, who is just up on the far corner. Misery, VS, and Alchemist, the only two left alive after that battle. And, well, CM and Potom just sitting on the side. I'm wondering if they're just waiting for one more hero to actually hit. Necrolite is back up there, so they won't be able to claim this tower. And in comes Potom. Frost goes off. Synderon jumps out. There goes the Starfall. One last Starfall was almost enough. Now the Frost on the top of Misery, trying to get on top of Synderon. But Necrolite is there. One stun. Good Raze is coming through as well. SF's in a lot of trouble right now. Being pushed back. Starfall comes down again by Angel. It's not enough. And Synderon can't get the last hit there on Shadow Fiend. Misery walks away with a double kill, and we are so saving that game. Wow, big play there by both teams, and Shift, I think, just thought they could push their advantage a little bit further, and it went a little bit over their heads. They did claim a couple of, but they wanted this guy here, Misery, who's now up to 1,300 gold up on his account. Did manage to kill Alchemist during that one, though, which is a big play. Miguel also got a kill during that one. Enigma coming back in towards the middle lane. Arcane Boots completed on top of him. Deciding to go Arcane instead of actually getting the Blink Dagger up nice and early. So we'll just basically keep that continuous push going until he farms up enough to get that Blink Dagger. Misery very confident to be that far out there. He's checking for the rune. He wants to get that rune up so he can actually get a little bit more. So the ward actually, as I went down there, disappeared. So Witch Doctor on the bottom lane, getting himself a little bit of farm as well. A couple of levels, couple of items. That's what he needs. Boots up already. Hence the maneuverability of this Shift side to keep himself moving around. Buckler as well as Headdress, so another 600 gold before we see Necrolite complete that mechanism up. Demon, he's popping off the Sovereign, keeping those conversions up as much as he possibly can. Denying the tower coming out from Melk as well. So there goes that top tier 1 tower. 7-6. Could we be seeing a Roshan attempt right now? VS is going to come in and give a hand, but no, they don't have enough there. Just look at that and go, yeah, no way. But a Sacred Relic, and he is only 300 and a bit gold away, King A that is, from actually completing that Radiance. And now they will actually go for Roshan. So Roar goes off. Conversions will take a lot of the damage right now. There's no vision whatsoever around here, so there's no wards, no nothing. And they could actually do this, but no, they don't. There's no support. It's like Convergence, they're not that freaking strong. Sometimes they're strong, but they're not that strong. So they will pull themselves back. So bottom lane, looking for a bit of initiation here with Miguel and Cinderin going on the hunt. They want to try and pull in, possibly Demon once again. So Witch Doctor's hanging around. There's still no vision up, so I want to see a ward coming out right now. Is there a ward? There is a ward. It's from Cinderin, and here we go. VS and Enigma once again trying to actually solo Roshan. Being exposed here by Miguel. Miguel actually hooking up on the high ground. He wanted to bring SF in faster that one. Arrow will fly out. Conversion takes it for the team. Frost goes off as well. Conversions will just basically blitter into nothing. And that does walk away with no deaths whatsoever. It's just basically a bit of a tingling down the spine in front of the Roshan pit. There's Misery moving himself back up inside the neutrals. Vengeful Spirit and Enigma, they will be on the job towards that bottom lane. Alchemist is already there. Radiance is completed now too. As he's going to go for the stun mage to stun himself right next to the creep wave. But the main person he's going after is this little guy down here. That is actually Blaz. So Blaz will TP up towards the top lane where Necrolite currently is. Lich, careful Malik. If that lane pushes out, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Is that mech completed on top of Necrolite? Not just yet. He's only about 20 gold before away from actually completing the recipe. Pudge comes in. Vanguard and Faye is completed on top of him too. This is what I'm telling you about though with Necrolite. Wasn't too much of an issue for them. Oh no. Close. SF thought about coming up here. He did have the illusions that could have backed him up here, but he wouldn't be ready for Cinderin to actually come up. And now look for the Frost to try and wipe out these illusions. Actually, nope, just going to use the standard old rot to actually do so. Lich on the back of the pool. The fact that Necrolite now completes up that mech, that is 7-6, and we're 17 minutes in the game. Not exactly where he wants to be. Here, Roshan again. Pulls him out of the Toxic Cloud. As you know, he's still just copying the edge of it. It's only level 1. Are they going to see this coming? Pudge once again. Look for that hook. He might even be able to get a good one off here, but Roshan still currently being done. There comes a hook. He grabs the Enigma. Demon will die off the back of the bite right now. They do claim Roshan, and it is taken by the Shadow Fiend. That's the Aegis, the Immortal up, but it is going to be a 4 and instant buyback. Enigma buys back. Starfall goes off. Angel has to leap himself out there before SF manages to actually kill him. There's a Lich ulti bouncing around inside the ship team right now. Swap comes out. Tries to pull Pudge back in again. Pudge picks up